Alright, so what do we got here? Well, we got dungeon defenders. What do you do in this game? Well, you defend a crystal. Not exactly a dungeon, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. Today I'm going to show you how to power level. Why? Because leveling up the normal way gets pretty old after you do it the first 2 or 3 times. Anyway, this right here, if you start a level 0 character, which I will do, you will get it to level 24 by the time you finish all this. Start off, you need to have Ramparts unlocked. That's the most important thing. Second priority, have a decently strong Apprentice or possibly a Squire. I'm not really sure if Squire can do this, but I know Apprentice can. And I like my Apprentice more. Anyway, obviously, go around, collect the mana. What do you do after that? Set up some towers. Which towers? Well, first off, you want to use the magic missiles. Because they're cheap. They're decently effective. And you can put a bunch of them down, as opposed to just putting down one fireball turret. Oh, turret placement here. You want one up there to deal with that wyvern that's going to come from that side right there. Actually, this, if you screw up any placement, by the way, you can just redo it. Like, that is an example of a screwed one right there. Anyway, move it right there, so it covers that. Over here, you'll want 2 to 3 towers. Let's see, right there. Yeah, that should do it. And another one right here. Basically, I want to cover as much area as I can. That's going to deal with those wyverns there, and it's also going to target down there. See? And this is another key spot right here. I usually actually like to sit here and help with this spot, because it tends to be the one that breaks. Yeah, well, half the time anyway. Let's see. Get this up here. And another one right there. Once you finally get your towers down, you want to start building them on the rooftop right next to it. But I will be selling most of these magic missiles in later waves. They're just used for now because you need to have a lot of towers in a lot of places. And you can't exactly do that with the other tower types. Anyway, get the barricades down. This should stop the enemies from coming through there. This one I do like to put down a fireball turret because this area has to deal with a very large amount of enemies. And since it can't go through walls, you might as well angle it so that it's only touching the side of there. Anyway, you need at least one mage hand down at every single spot. Oh cool, Steam. I totally need Left 4 Dead right now, but anyway. Because fire immune enemies will screw you over if you only put down fire turrets. So all of that leaves me with enough mana for either 2 mage hands and a barricade, which is what I'm going to use. I'm just gonna put it right there. Yep, and I'll just, I guess, just hope that they don't get to the or to the towers or walk past it. There we are. Now, this wave is rather tough, so usually you'll want to stick to whoever your main guy is, because this wave is really only worth about 5 to 10% of the total experience you'll get for this, since it does scale up. So I am going to stick to this guy, and as the wave is going, I am going to build more turrets. Luckily, it's a lot easier starting out. You just push G thanks to the recent update. For added bonus, don't attack, because you get a huge experience bonus if you don't kill anything with your weapons. So I go over here, grab the easily farmed experience, 90, right there. Throw down a fire tower here. I will make sure this is killed even faster. Jump up here, grab some more experience. And I think I'm going to add me a fire tower right here. In addition to a lightning tower. Also, as you can see, I have a lot in radius. You really don't need that high stats here, but like I said, I started doing this at level 35. At first, it was really hard to get this done, but as I leveled up, it got a ton easier. And by level 40, I was able to do this with 2 people. Around level 45, I was able to do it with a full group of 4, with just me on the turrets. Speaking of which, if you can get more people to do this with you, do it. You get so much more experience doing it that way. Anyway, lightning tower should go about right there. Throw down an extra fire right there. And this area is pretty much covered right there. Like, it'll stay covered. Oh. Let's just go ahead and throw down extra mage hands. You only need 3. Even on 4 players, I bump it up to 4. Otherwise, 3 will cover it the entire game. Let's see. Get the lightning up here. And it doesn't show the arc of fire touching down there, but it does. It's more of a cylinder than a circle, really. Okay, got that mana. I'll put an extra fire here. Past the first wave, you really don't want to use more mage hands. They aren't that good. Okay, get me another lightning right there. And really, you can go full spam on the mage hands. It's actually what I did at lower levels. But it just isn't as effective as having clusters of fire and lightning towers. Okay, so I've pretty much killed everything. Really, nothing is going to get past this, ever. But, just to keep it consistent... Oh crap, almost jumped down the pit. Anyway, keep it consistent here. I'm going to throw down an extra deadly striker, because on 1 player, this is where the ogre will come through. You'll face an additional ogre spawn up top, but that is not particularly relevant right now. Could throw down another deadly striker. I think I'm going to opt for 1 mage hand and 1 fireball, though. And then after that, all you need to do is switch your character and just push G. This is a good spot for a deadly striker. Just it goes through walls, so it's a pretty effective tower. It's underestimated. Post buff, it's very handy. And oh, right, I wasn't going to do that though. Fireball and a mage hand is much more effective, really. This already has 2 fireballs. Let's go ahead and toss down the mage hand. And 1 fireball. It's always a good idea to max out your defense units, by the way, because you do get a bonus for having that. Anyway, I'm going to switch to my monk here. He isn't going to do anything. It's Paladin Dong. He's just the one I prefer to level. Or I could level Dong Defender, but Squires are kind of useless right now. And if you go, like I said earlier, if you want to level like a level 0 character, he will get to level 24 by the end of this. But here we go. Push G. Just wait down here for the wave to end. It's very exciting. I choose down here because there is absolutely no risk over here. Nothing will get through to hit you. It'll be perfectly safe. That's also very boring for a video, though, so let's just go watch my towers in action. As you can see, this area is completely covered. There is nothing that can get through here. This area right here is getting slaughtered. The wyverns are being crushed. And, stuff's dying so fast that I will get a very large time bonus from experience. Anyway, if you couldn't see before, Paladin Dong, this monk here, is level 40. Oh, that kobold got through. Oh well, no big deal. Woo! My engineer's going around repairing those towers. Anyway, as you can see, he leveled up, so he's level 41 now. And the experience does get greater, so obviously he'll level up even more as this goes on. And it's just kind of a very nice thing. I'll switch back to my Apprentice and show you my stats. Let's see, swap hero. There isn't a particular reason for it. All you need to do at this point is just repair your stuff and upgrade. That's all you do. Level up. You can get to 70 very easily doing this. Let me show you his stats here. As you can see, very high, When I started this, I had about 80 in attack damage and about 40 in radius and attack rate, but I just went and capped those and then worked on capping health. I had 10 in health, plus about 24. So you really don't need that high stats for this. This is massive overkill, as you can see. I could probably be doing this on Saint. Oh, and if you weren't aware of it, a lot of people aren't. Having a full set of one type, like plate, gives you a set bonus. It's very handy. I also have this very good genie, and this spear, or this staff is okay too. Okay, so happy leveling, I guess.